Hey there. I had some questions about gut bacteria, and I figured it'd be easier just to walk you through a gut zoomer stool report just so that you can see it. The first ones are about Bacteroidetes and Firmicutes. Now, Firmicutes is gram positive, Bacteroidetes is gram negative. And so what we're looking for really is the balance. That's the most important thing. One thing to note is when they're out of balance, it can cause the Firmicutes to harvest more calories from your food, causing weight loss resistance. It can cause metabolic dysfunction and really mess with your blood sugar. It's also associated with neuropsychiatric symptoms, anxiety, depression, fatigue, anything related to that gut brain axis. So ultimately, the balance is the most important thing. And the best way to do that is really just through your diet. So the next question that I had here, I'm just going to be moving on down the test. So sorry if I'm making you dizzy, but if there's any questions, additional questions that you have, specific bacteria, associations with symptoms, feel free to ask. I'm always happy to talk about these. The next question was about Akkermansia. Now, this can be low or high. Akkermansia mucinophilia here is one of the cornerstone bacteria. And so technically it's a gram-negative bacteria, but it really contributes to the health of your intestinal lining. It reduces inflammation by producing short-chain fatty acids like butyrate. And then it's just generally associated with higher diversity in the microbiome. But as with the balance thing, too much can tip you into IBS, Crohn's, obesity, psoriatic arthritis. Another one of these cornerstone bacteria that also produces short-chain fatty acids as well as mucus is called Faecalibacterium prausnitzii down here at the bottom. And so in general, low short-chain fatty acids or low butyrate producing bacteria are associated with a lot of things from digestive issues to systemic inflammation and even post-COVID hair loss. The next one here on the next page was Staphylococcus. There were a couple questions about these bacteria that are associated with SIBO, but Staphylococcus in general, when it's high, it's associated with hydrogen-dominant SIBO, but also celiac disease. So this one tends to be most abundant in the respiratory tract and the skin, actually. And then Enterococcus was another one that they were asking about. And that's associated with SIBO and autoimmunity. So it's important to note with this one too, that bile acid production in your liver makes up most of the cholesterol breakdown in your body for elimination, just to make sure it doesn't accumulate there. Because once bile acids enter your colon, the bacteria in there, like Enterococcus, turn them into secondary bile acids. So bile acids, most of them recirculate many times, but a buildup of them can lead to watery diarrhea, fat malabsorption, SIBO, IBD, and all kinds of not fun things. Scrolling down, we had a couple of questions about the pathogens section. The first one being Klebsiella. So here we are. And Klebsiella it's a harmful pathogenic bacteria, basically. And, we just want it to be kept in check by the good bacteria at the end of the day. One thing I did want to note, here you see Clostridia here. You'll see C. diff you probably know it as the antibiotic resistant infection, but if there's an overgrowth, this can really this is one of those Firmicutes bacteria. So just important to keep in check for a variety of reasons. And then the last one is Candida. So that one is actually a fungus or a yeast. And so this is testing for a couple of strains of Candida. And it's a yeast that helps our body decompose when we die. So it's always present, but it can become pathogenic. If it gets its tentacles into our intestinal lining, it can cause intestinal permeability and go systemic. And that's fueled by sugar and mold. So hope you found this helpful. If you have any other questions, let me know.